Hi, Karin Strand here.
And I'm Tudor Morgan. We're expedition leaders for Hurtigruten. Today we're going to go to Svalbard. Situated at 78 degrees north and forged by ice, wind and sea, Svalbard offers a spectacular range of adventures and a chance to see wildlife in this natural polar habitat. It is located right on the edge of the ever-frozen Arctic Ocean, where the warmer currents of the Gulf Stream meet the cold air and water of the north. Due to this unique location, Spitzbergen and the other islands in the Svalbard archipelago are biological hotspots. Reigning this fragile food web is the top predator, the polar bear.
This is where one of Europe's largest remaining areas of pristine landscape awaits you. A true Arctic wilderness, while the town of Longyearbyen snuggles down in the middle, surrounded by nature. In this truly exceptional place, the midnight sun shines from early spring till autumn, and winter's northern lights cast a colourful glow across snow-covered mountain peaks and endless tundra.
Svalbard occupies a remarkable position, situated halfway between Norway and the North Pole. Wildlife here is extraordinary, adapting to survive in these extreme conditions in the polar winter. The dancing aurora creates nothing less than magic for visitors and residents alike, and they can even be seen in day hours. In summer, the sun never sets, drawing millions of seabirds to the coastal cliffs nearby.
There are not many people living up here in the high Arctic. It's said you'll find more polar bears than humans in the Svalbard archipelago. The 2,600 human inhabitants live in the settlement with roots in either coal mining, hunting, trapping or research. Part of the Svalbard experience is visiting diverse and fascinating settlements such as Longyearbyen and Ålesund, each of which has a completely different atmosphere. One thing they all have in common is a pioneering experience, places with self-confidence and resilience in their isolation from the mainland. Svalbard is home to animals that are found nowhere else in the world. The polar fox and Svalbard reindeer are the natives, joined in summer by the millions of seabirds who migrate to the majestic mountains of Spitzbergen. Glided in midnight sun, Svalbard reindeer dot the valleys, while walrus, seals and maybe you are lucky enough and see whales surfacing and diving.
The king of the Arctic, the polar bear, tends to be found on the sea ice and the colder islands to the north and the east of Spitzbergen. The top predator roams in search of the many bearded, harbour and ringed seals in the nearby waters. Walrus colonies are growing in the area, and there have been frequent sightings of beluga and other whale species just off the coast of the archipelago.
Since Svalbard is polar bear country, this means we need to keep our guests closer and protect them by carrying rifles and signal guns, which we are trained to use. Polar bears appearing on the landing sites does happen once in a while, and we have had controlled evacuations of landing sites a few times as the bear became rather curious and moved towards our landing site. Our aim is to minimize any disturbance to any wildlife. So the choice is easy, we move back on board and the polar bear can get on with business as usual without us in the way.
Hurtigruten is the most qualified tour operator in this area, with more than 120 years of experience. That deep knowledge means we can offer a wide range of options for exploring this amazing wilderness. Join our expedition cruises in the summer, or explore on land any time of year. On Hurtigruten expedition cruises, our expedition landings will educate you in Arctic wildlife watching without disturbance, ghost towns, research centres, spectacular fjords and icebergs.
On land, you can take part in exciting polar adventures in Svalbard's awe-inspiring nature. By foot, by snowmobile, dog sled, kayaking or even on skis. Whatever you choose, you will be in safe hands, with experienced guides leading the way through the impressive scenery with the midnight sun or the polar night as your constant companion. Spend several days out in the wilderness or return to the comfort of town each day.
Our expedition cruises are created with sustainability as a priority. Join our fascinating lectures to learn about different subjects. We also invite you to take part in beach cleanups and citizen science projects to gain a deeper understanding of Svalbard's fragile ecosystem.
Svalbard is full of wildlife, but there are also historical sites and cultural heritage. You might see whaling stations from the 16th century, remains of blubber ovens, and there's even a graveyard of whalers that died during the first oil gold rush, as they call it. Along the way, you will receive a fascinating insight into heroism of polar explorers from days gone by. Let the stunning Arctic silence overwhelm you in this magnificent landscape.